Warning, this podcast contains spoilers.
Oh, that's weird.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the As You Know TV podcast for Arrow Season 6, Episode 2, Tribute. Right? That was the subject. I'm your host, Clio, and with me I have Rachel.
Hi.
What's up?
She's just trying to up your viewership.
So, Rachel, you weren't.
Aw.
You didn't. Were you on the first? Did we all do the first episode of Arrow together? I forgot.
I don't think so.
No,
I was
okay.
sick. I was like,
All right.
I
What did you
was
think
really
of the first
sick.
episode before we start on the second?
It was interesting.
Yeah, it was. I wasn't amazingly thrilled with it because I thought it could have been done better, but it's a good start.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was on the last one, and when they were doing the flashbacks and stuff like that too, it got a little confusing.
Yeah, because
So.
it wasn't just. I don't know. I think their pacing was really weird for that.
It was weird, and it was like they were jumping too far, too much. Like they do a little bit here and then a little bit there. It's like they weren't spending enough time in one spot.
Yeah, and I mean, I
Like
think
they
that
usually do. Like they usually have done with, flashbacks. They've spent like at least, a couple minutes, 5-10, minutes on it before they flash back to the forward to the present day and stuff. So.
Yeah, and I think that the fast cuts would have been fine if they actually took their time revealing who was alive and who's dead, but by the first couple minutes we knew, like, mostly everybody was alive and fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was a little different.
So we start this episode off with Ollie again denying he's the Green Arrow. I mean, I get it. Obviously.
We called it. We really did. We called it. We knew he was going to say it's digitally. They could have put.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he's like they could have put Bruce Wayne's face on it. I'm like,
That was hilarious. That was really
Yeah.
funny.
this is like, yeah, really, you guys are going to go there.
Well, we know Wayne Tech exists because of the Flash.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But we've never had Bruce's name dropped. I think that was nice.
Yeah. It's like, we are still part of this whole little, story plot, but we're just far enough away from it that you're probably not going to see him.
Yeah.
If they do, that'd be very weird and strange.
Yeah, I
It'd
don't
be
know
interesting.
how they would even start.
Don't know.
Like, we're so deep in all this. I don't know.
I mean, I think that if any show he was going to pop on might be Supergirl, just because they have shown Superman.
Yeah, I think so.
I
But I get obviously I get why Ollie's denying it. He's got to protect a secret identity. It's not just him. It's
anymore,
the
yeah. it's not
kid who's William. I totally remembered his name immediately. So he's got to think about him.
And this is like the first like legit awesome, like, I'm not really saying but legit like and best decision he's made. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he's always been, kind of, well, we'll just, even with people in his life, let's say Felicity or whoever he was dating, he'd still be like, I'm the Arrow, that's just who I am. But at least now he's thinking about it. He's like, well, if something happens to me, William is up shit creek.
Yeah.
And I can't let that happen. I told him I wouldn't let that happen. He's actually thinking of someone else besides himself now.
Yeah, because he's still a kid. And I mean,
yeah,
he's still learning how to, fend for himself. He was dealing with bullies in this episode.
Who better to teach you how to fight than your dad?
Punch the biggest, scariest looking one in the nose.
I'm sure. Sure. Eventually, he'll know.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, that he is the Green Arrow, and chances are he might even join or get some fighting advice from his dad. I'm pretty sure William is the kind of
William knows Ollie's the Green Arrow.
I don't know if I think he might have an idea, but they've never really come out and said that he knows.
He was on
or
the boat.
He doesn't. I know, but he could just, I don't know. It doesn't, and when that's why it's like this episode they've kind of talked about, it seemed like he didn't know. You know what I mean? It's like the way they talked about, like, he didn't really, really know that he's the Green Arrow.
I'm sure he really knows. Because he says, I gotta go to work. And he's like, which work?
What? Yeah.
So he knows. He doesn't say it outright.
Yeah. But, I mean, then everyone else seems to think that he doesn't know or something. I don't know. This is really confusing. It's like either say he does straight out or he doesn't straight out. Quit hitting around. You know what I mean? I don't like when they do that. Because it's like, okay, we know that he's seen him as the Green Arrow, but no one else knows that he knows. Does that make
I don't know. It seemed to me like he knew.
Well, it seems like maybe, him and Ollie know. Ollie knows that he knows. But, like, everyone else around Ollie, like, the team and stuff doesn't know that William knows. Kind of thing. I don't know. It just seems really odd.
Okay. I don't know.
It just seems odd to me.
Yeah.
The way people word things around him and stuff. And I'm just like, but doesn't he know? And I don't think William would, even if the FBI agent would have, I don't think William would have told. William, it doesn't seem like that he's that pretty kid.
If Agent Watson, who is awesome, if she asked William, tell me about the car accident. I don't know if William would have done so well.
I don't know. Depends on how well Ollie's prepped him, or how much he's told him about what people think, how people think his mom died, kind of thing.
I feel like he would get nervous.
He might, but then again, he's part Ollie's son, so he just might be able to. He might be able to do it.
I don't know. I personally hope he turns out to be absolutely nothing like Ollie.
Well, he is part of his mom, but I mean, I hope he maybe gets the resilience from Ollie, if you know what I mean. Like, he has the good parts of his mom and the good parts of Ollie. His resilience, his able to look after other people too.
Yeah, I mean, Quentin said he was tough, like Ollie, so I believe that. But I don't think he's a fighter. He says he doesn't want to fight.
No.
He doesn't want to.
But that's good. I mean, I bet eventually he'll want to. I just have a feeling.
He still is a fan of the Flash though, because his backpack is covered in the Flash's lightning bolts. I love that.
He might be just doing that now to make a dig at his dad. Hey, you're not my favorite. You're not my favorite.
You're not my favorite superhero.
You're still not my favorite superhero.
I love in the interview, I think it was with the FBI agent, where he's like, my son doesn't even think of me as a superhero.
Right. No. Nope, not at all. I like that. I mean, I like her because she's tenacious and stuff, but at the same time, I'm like, you're grasping these people. You don't know how far this goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she knows she's onto something, which she is. And that photo might have been doctored, but who's to say there's not another one? Because I think I mentioned it, I don't know, last podcast or I might have even said it on The Flash. These people take their masks off all the time. There's no way a satellite didn't get a picture of them or something.
So why are you taking off your mask?
It's like, I know there's nobody around.
In public.
Public. Yeah, I know. There's nobody around, but that's not the point. There might be somebody around.
I mean, and in this day and age, it doesn't even, not even satellites, but there's also cameras everywhere. Yeah. Street cameras everywhere. I mean, that's how Felicity tracked down people that were on the street. She's like, okay, going by this street camera. And so I was like, there's cameras out there. Why are you pulling off your mask and hood? Why?
I don't know. Maybe there will be another picture that their fancy software can't, or fancy algorithm can't debunk because it's actually a real picture. Which, if, clearly, this we don't know who leaked this photo. Anna totally denies it, and even though he's being a twat, we believe him.
Yeah, no, I don't think he wouldn't gain anything from putting, by exposing him. He wouldn't gain anything. Mm-hmm. By keeping this, he gains more by keeping it because he has that leverage. And just like when they were trying to escape. And he's like, what are you going to do, Mayor? Kind of thing, you know? Yeah. Like, what are you going to do now? You're going to show everyone your skills? What's going on? You know, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. He gets more, he gains more by just keeping Ollie secret right now. Mm-hmm. There's no way.
Yeah, but Ollie did say he's like, maybe he leaked the photo to so that I couldn't do anything.
It is true, but someone inside the newsroom. Yeah, they've already established that.
Yeah, that's right. That it came from inside the newsroom, which isn't to say that it originated in the newsroom, but when it was given, it came from inside the newsroom. So how it got in, I don't know. Somebody used Dimension. Somebody casted Dimension Door, and walked in. Which actually, if we get more magic in this show, I mean, we had that 2 seasons ago, right?
Right. Yeah. Dark's supposed to be back, or something, or Constantine, something with Dark in them. It's supposed to be coming.
Dark is supposed to be, because
Dark's dead, but his daughter isn't.
Oh shit! You're right. Ooh.
His daughter's not dead.
And since the show started, I've wanted like Zatanna or one of those spellcasters to like show up too. So I don't know.
Yeah, I just want we don't know what they're gonna do. Show. They might.
That was my favorite season because it had Tetsuo.
Mm-hmm.
She was so cool.
Yeah.
Katana, I want her back.
But yeah, I mean, they're finally. I love the fact that finally Felicity and I can never remember are actually working together. Curtis, they're actually working together instead of like trying to one up each other.
Yes, and they're like always doing programming on the side, like
yeah. Well, and then they found something out in one of the pictures. I can't remember if they revealed what exactly they found out, but they didn't really say. I don't think. I can't remember if it was a picture
from the doctor or a different.
I think it was.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
They're looking at it.
They were trying to figure out where it was taken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were like, and they didn't. I don't think they revealed. I was waiting for them to reveal what they know, and they just kind of glossed over it. Maybe next episode.
Yeah, and I mean, that picture is not going away. Even though it was, confirmed that it was doctored and wasn't real, that picture is not going away.
No.
And I think it was taken in Russia while Ollie was in Russia. Wait, was it the new costume or the old costume? It was the new costume.
It was the new costume, because he had his haircut was short, too. But the costume was the new one. It was the leather.
Okay. He had the new costume last season when they went to Russia, so it still could have been taken in Russia. Oh,
yeah, definitely. But we just don't know. There's something in there, and they didn't say. So they're leaving it.
The Al Ghul sisters are still MIA as well. So
I know,
I feel like that's going to have to come into play sometime in the season.
Okay, I mean, how long have we been waiting for them?
Both of them? Their showdown?
Both of them. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, we got Nessa, and we're like, okay. And you kept saying, what about Talia? Where's Talia? And I'm like, I don't know. Where is she? And then we get her. And then we get her only for like maybe a half a season, really. And now they're gone. It's like, where are they? We need them.
Yeah,
we need them.
They're fine. They're too badass to be blown up in an explosion. And us have no idea
Well, they didn't find them.
Yeah.
They didn't find the bodies in there. So
they did.
And it seemed like they knew that temple.
Yeah.
So, was it one of their daddy's places?
Well, we know that the
island was once monks and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it had one of those. Not a sanctum. Was it a sanctum?
Kinda, yeah.
That's where Constantine and the other lady were like teaching Ollie how to use magic.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was just like
was
the one that Dark used in Star City. So, yeah,
Yeah.
they probably do know.
They probably know that place. And, I mean, we know, obviously, Talia is a lot older than her sister. But,
Yeah.
because, but when did Talia get into that? You know, I want a little more backstory on her. I mean, we know she's older. We know has the Lazarus Pit because she's been living a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was Shadow's father's teacher.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And because we saw her as a little girl in Legends, and that was like in 1940, maybe?
Yeah, it was
something like that. It was
yeah.
Longer than
So
she should still be looking like that.
Looking like that. She looks good.
She does.
What have you been putting on your face?
Just a little Lazarus Pit water, just rubbing that in there.
Right? So, I mean, we know that somewhere there is possibly a second one or more hidden ones or something. But they haven't,
a different kind of magic.
Yeah, they haven't explored that, which if they're going to do magic, that would be an awesome way to incorporate it in. So I kind of want them back because they're very interesting. That family, the Raja Ghuls, it's a very interesting dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they explored it enough.
Yeah.
I mean, even though Raja Ghul himself was kind of a dick, but you liked him because he was reasonable. He wasn't like this villain that was just out to kill everyone just because.
That's true.
He had reasons, and he backed up the reasons why he wanted to. He didn't like this person because of this, and this, that. He had reasons.
I had a lot of problems with how
he wasn't chaos. Yeah, he did. He wasn't chaos.
Chaos.
He wasn't a chaos. There was a reasons behind his madness.
Mm-hmm.
On Dark, on the other hand, was just pissed off at everyone. So
yeah. He wanted some crazy new world order or some shit. I still don't even know how that plan would have worked.
I mean, neither.
He succeeded.
He's just angry because he didn't become the next Raja Ghul. That was all his thing. He was just mad. He mad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yep.
But that's hopefully they'd get on that because that'd be really interesting.
So clearly, the at least for this first half of the season, the thing is going to be figuring out who sent that photo, like who was behind that photo.
Exactly.
And I think part of the reason why Anatoly's being a bitch, I mean, he says he's like, oh, Bravda lost power because we were associated with you, and they thought we were weak, so coming to steal your money.
I don't think it's so much that Bravda lost power. I think he lost power. He lost their trust. He lost because of he lost their trust because of his association with Ollie, because Ollie was kind of his boy,
Yeah. So did the Bravda split?
I don't know. It kind of sounds like it, or they just didn't trust him.
I just assumed that nobody wanted to deal with the Bravda anymore because he was dealing with Oliver.
That might have been part of it. So they just kind of split into two.
Or people left. They're like, bye. I don't want to be part of it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I mean, it could be possible true, but there's something else going on, and you could tell, even though how shrewd of a businessman and a gangster, if you want to call it, Anatoly is, he still doesn't want to hurt Ollie, but there's a reason why it's like he has to, because I think he's trying to get that that trust and that honor back, kind of thing. I don't know why he would have lost it in the first place, just because he was friends with Ollie. I think it's because he too many favors.
Maybe they saw it as favoritism.
Might have.
Like that.
Yeah, they didn't. They might have been
it also might have been because Ollie's like, well, don't kill these people. Don't kill people.
Yeah, might have.
And then all of the mobsters were just like, who is this?
You're weak for not killing this person because they didn't give you, their payment. It's a different world over there. So, different world, different rules. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to see how that comes up. But we've never known Anatoly to lie.
No.
When Ollie has straight up asked him a question, and I don't think Anatoly, like we said, I think Anatoly benefits more from keeping Ollie secret than telling it.
Yeah, and he gave this whole speech about being an honorable man. He's like, I could have kidnapped your boy. I could have blah, 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 but I didn't because I'm honorable. Look how honorable I am. I didn't release that image. He also says it really honestly. Like, I didn't release that image.
Oh, he does. I mean, he is an honorable man to a point.
Yeah.
And we know that, and we all like Anatoly because of it.
Yeah, he was just being an asshole today. Like,
he just was cranky. He didn't have his morning coffee, and his morning vodka.
I just want the exact amount of money you're getting paid today. So.
Yeah, right. And there's a reason why he wants that money. There's a reason, and he didn't really say what the reason was. So there's a reason why he wants the money. So there's a reason why he's doing this, and hopefully we'll find out.
Yeah, I think somebody's leaning on him, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was Talia.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, she's done some stuff in that corner of the world before, so.
Right. Well, we'll have to find out.
Yeah.
Hopefully, though. I'm hoping they don't drag things out, like, really, really long.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a mystery right now, and I'm fine with that.
It's fun to have little mysteries, but if they start dragging it out and just leaving itty bitty breadcrumbs,
who the vigilante is.
Yeah.
Which we haven't.
He's gone now.
Yeah, we haven't seen him in a minute, so.
Yeah, don't let it go too long to the point where no one cares anymore, or you just are like, okay, we're just not going to write about that character anymore.
Yeah.
Don't let it go too long. That's my only gripe.
I was so sure last season that Vigilante tied into Prometheus and it all is connected, and then we didn't see Vigilante again. It's like, okay.
We all did. We all thought it was. Okay. We all did. And they didn't do it. It would have been a good tie-in.
Yeah. But
they didn't do it. Either the actor they want isn't there, or they're just like, okay, well, we're going to drop this character, which some shows do that. They're like, they introduce a character and it's just not working out with their storyline later on, and they're just like, we'll just pretend like that character doesn't exist right now. Yeah. But I don't know, they can't do that because we remember.
Yeah, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we do forget, but this time we remember. We talked enough about Vigilante for that to keep coming back. So
yeah,
I think we'll
because
remember.
I think it's because we don't know who it is.
Yeah.
We didn't even get an inkling of who it is. I mean, all we know is that he's possibly a ex-military. Mm-hmm. Other than that, we don't know much more about him. So yeah.
So Red Bandit in chat says, so from now on, just leave the advice giving to Diggle. He was referring to Oliver's advice for punching the bully in the nose, which is, I mean, bad advice for most people, because you're not going to want most people to punch the bully in the nose.
No.
But I don't know if we should even be leaving the advice to Diggle, because he's
not making good decisions.
Annoying. Yeah, exactly. He's not making good decisions.
Please don't take up after Laurel. Stop making the bad decisions.
And I understand. He didn't want to say it because Thea was in a coma and Samantha had just died. Yeah, there's so much going on.
And he was the lowest. But, when you're part of a team that goes after bad guys, you need to trust the other team member that if you're in trouble, just like when Dinah was in trouble, he couldn't really, you need to be able to. And on this other hand, she should tell them, and she wants to tell them, but at the same time, she wants to give him the opportunity to tell them himself, which I understand.
I would have been like, better. 24 hours, dude. You got 24 hours to tell them.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I totally understand, where she's coming from. She's like, I need to tell these people, but, at the same, it'd be better if they heard it from you.
Yeah. And it's one, because he was injured. And then he was healing. So this would have taken a little bit of time. And then would have been, after a little time had passed, he would have been diagnosed with degenerative nerve damage.
Yeah, that would have been. It's been 5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, and I mean, you know, dust has settled. Now's kind of the time, maybe.
Oh.
Which is, it's throwing me off. Because at first I did say, I was like, the first episode, I was like, it's nerve damage, 100% nerve damage. But he's been doing melee combat with no issues at all.
No.
And if the shrapnel's in his shoulder, he should be having some trouble throwing left hooks.
Well, I don't know, it's different.
Yeah, no,
probably it's different from, you know. I don't think it's necessarily the shoulder, because where his scar is more on his chest.
Yeah, but
Right there.
That's gonna affect how you lift your arm this way.
Yeah.
So his punches should be all wrong.
Well, he was using more his left than his right.
Oh,
but
so
I mean,
probably
still,
he's compensating.
Yeah, but still, I mean, with a punch, it's a quick movement as to pointing and aiming a gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little different. So maybe just extending his arm out caused the nerves to be like, oh, we don't like this.
I see. Yeah, probably crossing over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whatever, I'm not a doctor, I should stop
We're
pretending.
not a doctor, we're just assuming.
We just talk about shows and pretend like we know what we're doing.
Yeah. Half the time we don't.
Yeah, well, we're just people. It happens.
But yeah, no, he really should, and he tries.
He does. He's about, we're led to believe he's about to tell Ollie, and then Ollie's like, I need you to be the arrow man. You're the only one I trust. And then he says nothing. It's just like, oh, God.
It's one of those things. It's like, I need to tell you something. No, I need to tell you something. No, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. And then that person goes first, and you're like, oh,
shit.
Crap. Oh, I should have went first.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. That's what his look on his face was like. I should have went first. Because, I mean, honestly, if he takes that, I mean, holding a compound bow that he has takes more strength than pulling out a gun. So, I mean, even drawing back the bow would be hard for him.
Yeah, he would not be able to do it right-handed.
And
if he shoots left-handed, he might be able to do it.
Maybe.
Because all the strength is coming from the arm that pulls the
yeah, but you still have to hold up. Those bows are anywhere between, I mean, the kids' bows are usually about 10, 15 pounds. And then the adults' bows are pushing
And I guess
50
that would be the arm you aim with anyway.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've shot them, and my daughter shoots them. So, yeah. Even though you could draw more with a compound bow because it is a compound bow and it's made to do it. But my husband's father, who hunts, he has a bow and it's set at a 100-pound weight pull.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he pulls that to shoot deer and stuff and all. So yeah, I mean the pull on that is immense. Mm-hmm. It can go really, really high. So yeah, I don't see how he doesn't to do it.
Yeah, if he doesn't tell everyone, he's gonna get outed.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to shoot that.
And a thought popped into my head that I'm really angry that I thought about it. But we are in a show, in a universe where a woman who is a paraplegic is walking.
This is true.
So,
but I don't know. I think
we might have a Doctor Strange moment and heal the nerves. I don't know.
I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. It's my dumbass microphone. Does that sometimes. I think it's when my CPU gets too high.
Okay. That was weird. I was like, is it me?
So sorry. No, it was me. I thought it was my speaker is my microphone. I'm sorry.
We'll have to cut that up.
No.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry,
gonna have a
guys.
nasty shock. I'm sorry.
We'll just put something over it. Sorry, technical difficulties. And then come back.
That requires editing, Rachel. How much effort do you think I put into the show?
Sorry.
No, it's alright. Anyway, back around. I think Dinah. Dinah should be the one giving advice from now on. Dinah's got it. She's
a little more level-headed.
Yeah. I would say a lot.
A lot more level-headed.
Yeah.
So, yeah. She should be like, I want her to tell Ollie, be like, hey, come here.
Yeah.
We got to sit down. But granted, he might get mad at her for knowing, but she'd be like, no, I told him to tell you. I've only known for maybe a week. I've only known for this amount of time. I was giving him time. I think Ollie should understand because he's been in the same boat.
Yeah.
They've all been in that same position. So I definitely, so I want her to, if Diggle's not going to come up to the plate and say, hey, yeah, I got problems.
Yeah. Dinah doesn't need to.
She needs to step up to the plate. We do know, I thought it was kind of interesting when it's not solidified in stone, obviously, but we do know from the Legends future episode that Diggle's son becomes the Arrow at some point. So
yes. Which I guess the kid is 3 now?
Yeah, something like that.
3? Yeah, that sounds
3
that sounds about
years,
right.
Maybe 5 or 6 in TV land years. We don't know.
Exactly.
We haven't seen them in a while, but yeah. So far everything's pointing to that future.
Yeah.
Especially with Slade going to go find the son.
Exactly.
We just have to figure out how Ollie loses his arm. But, that's another story.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to be so excited to see that part. Anyway, no, not the point. Point is, I have been thinking about this since we know Slade is going to see his son and that the timeline has changed so that it's Diggle Jr. and not little baby Sarah. Why? I guess it was always meant to happen, wasn't it? Flashpoint. Mm-hmm. Which bothers me because it shouldn't have always been meant to happen because it happened and things changed. So when the Legends went back, Flashpoint hadn't happened yet. But timey-wimey, I don't know.
It had happened, but not. They didn't know about it, kind of thing. It's like
I guess
it happened because time travel, but
fucking
it hadn't happened at the time that they went back. Does that make sense?
Last couple of years, I have also grown as similar to Dom. I have grown to hate time travel equally as much as I love it. Fuck you, time travel.
I think it sounds really weird. I think actually watching Doctor Who and coming to and figuring out, not really figuring it out, time travel, but accepting the way things are. It's easier for me to wrap my head around things when we do time travel in these shows. Yeah. It's easier for me to understand. When they actually when Legends actually went to the future, it hadn't happened yet, but in between where they left and where they came, when they arrived, it had happened. So, yeah. Boom! Baby Diggle is Arrow. Yeah. So.
And as much as that future does suck,
it seems like it's getting closer and closer to being reality. Yeah. Unless something happens to offset it, which we don't know. Yeah. And I don't even know if the writers have even given that a second thought. Mm-hmm. Or maybe they are, and maybe it's leading up to some.
Yeah, it might be in the back of their minds. when they're thinking about these characters?
It might be, because it seems like it is, because it seems like there's all these little points going right to that future.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
I don't know.
Yep. Last thing I wanted to say is that Ollie actually has a real conversation with his child. In the first... Huh?
We're shocked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the first episode, it was like some weird... Their conversations were weird, and I understand.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
He didn't know how to talk to him.
But not even that. It's like, I feel like William's lines last episode were written for a child much younger than William was. Because he's like, the bad man, and then points at Ollie, and I'm like, who are you 4?
Like, hello, I mean, I'm a 13-year-old, I can barely talk to her sometimes. So, you know, I understand where you're coming from, Ollie.
Touche. Touche. No, but he actually, you know, has a real conversation with him, and they are actually playing Injustice again. Mm-hmm. Injustice 2 again.
I just love the fact he's like, how does he play it? I don't know, I just mash buttons. I was like, that's how I play those games.
Kid, you own the game. You gotta know how to... No, I say that, and I own Soul Calibur, and I just...
Mash buttons.
Not that I mash buttons, but I tried to cheese it.
Yeah.
I cheesed it.
I'm a button masher. Hi, my name is Rachel, and I'm a button masher.
Yeah, I like very cheesy characters.
Mm-hmm.
But they were playing as Black Manta and Sub-Zero, which, why is there a Mortal Kombat character in Injustice? I didn't get to look that up.
I can't... Was it Sub-Zero?
That's what the wiki said.
Hmm.
Maybe they were DLC.
I was gonna say, is Mortal Kombat...
Oh wait, Hellboy's in it too.
Yeah, I wonder if there's some kind of franchise thing going on. Yep, there's Sub-Zero. Yeah. I'm just wondering if there's a franchise thing. Like, the same company puts them both out so they can cross.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
And because there's Raiden's in it too.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, yeah, that's probably what it is. Hellboy, though, I didn't think that was a...
I can't remember who Hellboy's under.
It's Dark Horse comic.
Oh,
I just didn't...
That's here in my neck of the woods.
I don't know. Whatever. It was cool. Anyway.
Yeah. I do like when they actually put things in there like that. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they did it at once. They put Diablo 3 in there. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so, I mean, at least he sat down. I mean.
They had a bonding moment.
They did. I mean.
Kind of cute.
It's kind of one of those things. Is Ollie's never had a son and William's never had a father.
Yeah.
So it's going to take some time, I think. But I think Ollie's trying to be as honest with them as possible.
Which is good, because nobody else is being honest.
No.
That's not true. Only Diggle's being it.
Yeah. I mean, but we don't know how much William actually knows about the story that they've told about his mom, so.
Oh. He just knows that, yeah, it happened, I guess.
It happened, but he doesn't. I mean, did they say, okay, this is what's going to happen. This is what people are going to say. Your mom died in a car accident, or something. Did he tell him this?
He probably...
I think he'd have to.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. We don't know what part of the story that William knows.
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. We don't know. We don't know how much of it he does, so... Yeah. But then again, he might be a little shell-shocked. I mean, he seems to be coming at it pretty good, and with help of, his nanny, basically.
Yeah. Who was actually in the first season?
She's, Ollie's...
Oliver's and Thea's nanny.
Nanny.
I thought that was so funny.
Yeah. No, she actually plays on a soap opera, too.
Really? Oh, I didn't
She was on General Hospital.
Oh... Cool.
She played a villain.
Ooh. That sounds fun.
A villain doctor. I haven't watched it in years, but that's the last thing I remember from her. But she's a really good actress. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy her.
So, next episode, is called Next of Kin. A rogue Black Ops team led by Onyx breaks into Cord Industries and steals something lethal. Oliver struggles to connect with William, so he reaches out to a surprising source for help. I haven't read any of the articles, but I've seen that Felicity's mom will be coming back this season, so I'm guessing that's the source Ollie's going to reach out to for help.
That'd be interesting. But then again, she's a single mom.
Exactly.
So
single parent, she'd know the tips and tricks.
Right? And a very rebellious teen herself. As much as Felicity.
Yeah. Which if Ollie does go to her for help, she's probably going to try to push him back towards Felicity.
I don't know.
She does.
And who's Onyx?
Meddling people. It's a familiar name. There's no clicky. I can't click on it.
Onyx. I just remember
Onyx Adams.
The 90s rap group.
Former member of the League of Assassins.
Oh dear Lord.
Apparently a very old member of the League of Assassins.
Oh,
joined in 1743.
Well, maybe this is how they'll bring back Natalia and Nessa.
This also might answer if there's another Lazarus Pit out there.
Because he's pretty old.
Or other means of sustaining longer life.
Yes.
Cool.
Let's hope so.
That should be fun.
I hope. Yes, it should be fun.
So that's it. You got anything else to say?
No. I think we've said it all.
Awesome. So, Rachel, where can the people find you?
They can find me at VikingWitch76 on Twitter and VikingWitch on Twitch, which hopefully I'll be streaming as soon as I get everything up. My computer's been a poop. Poop.
You can find me...
Huh? I was going to say, as mechanical things tend to do.
Yeah. You can find me at Clio Moto, and you can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, and right here on YouTube, and also newly on Twitch. We might be streaming some or all of our podcasts there.
So we'll give you guys a heads up.
Yeah, we will let you all know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Till next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.